This video contains sample clips from the course module Operations with Variables, Part 4. We have b already in the denominator of the fraction. In order to make the common denominator, we must multiply it by d. So our first step here is to multiply the bottom of the first fraction by d to make the common denominator. But to make sure that we don't change the value of this fraction from the original fraction, we must multiply the top of this fraction by the same expression, d. We can add to it the numerator of the second fraction and place that all over the common denominator. And of course, this can normally be written without the dots for multiplication in the following way: as AD plus BC over BD. Expression 5 over y plus 3 over x, the common denominator is?
Correct. In the expression 5 over y plus 3 over x, the common denominator is x times y.
And we can add as we do with any fractions that have the same denominators. We can add to the numerator of the first fraction. We can add the numerator of the second fraction and write that all over the common denominator. We will have 5 times x minus 3 times y all over our common denominator, x times y. We press the F2 button to tell it that we want to do algebra-related operations. And the operation that we want to do is called common denominator. So we go down to the operation that says common denominator. That happens to be operation number 6. When we press the Enter key, we get our result. And you'll see on your calculator that right here we have our original problem that we typed in. When you're using this type of calculator, it's a good idea to always check this to make sure that you've input your problem correctly. Using our graphing calculator, we can see that the expression 5 over y minus 3 over x is equal to what?
Very nice.
This is equal to the numerator of the first fraction multiplying times the numerator of the second fraction all over, multiply a times c, multiply the numerators together, all over b times d. The product of the denominators can be rewritten as what?
Nicely done. 5 over y times 3 over x is equal to 15 over xy.
The first fraction multiplying times the reciprocal of the second fraction. The reciprocal of this fraction is the flipping of this fraction. The reciprocal of the hexagon over the triangle is the triangle over the hexagon. We change every division with fractions into the multiplication by the reciprocal, and we'll have a over b times d over c. Again, we're going to change this division problem into a multiplication by the reciprocal of this second expression. So this becomes 5 over y times x over 3. To carry on with the calculation, this becomes 5x over 3y. Again, we normally write the number factor first in our algebra expressions. The bases are the same, x here and x here, so we can subtract our exponents. We can subtract 3 from the 5, which will give us x squared. The point is, calculators are useful, but many times you can calculate more quickly if you know your rules. Operations with variables, Part 4.